Here is Barkley. Left side, big hole. Saquon Barkley. Uh-oh! Barkley, goodbye! Dunk it in. Contact 47.
I'll give him a dunk. On a night with 47 points, you get the benefit of the doubt.
Moss the back, Karras the snap, Moss the block. Burrow going deep, he's got him! Touchdown! Jamar Chase!
LeBron leaked out, they didn't see him. Here he is down court. It's up and in! Will it count? LeBron James at the buzzer! 23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor. With Pierce in front. Touchdown, Colts.
Curry gets free. Curry puts up a three. Bang! Bang! He ties the game with 6.3 remaining.
Mahomes flushed out again all the way back. Turning the corner. Fires downfield. Caught. Touchdown.
Timeout. SGA. Probing. Piercing. Spinning. Hanging for the lead. And SGA knocks it down with just under a second to go. Hit road. Oh, come on. Justin Jefferson. You got to be kidding. Makes it look so routine. Greatest catch that never existed in NFL history.
Edwards puts up a three. It's good. Anthony Edwards once again. Edwards electricity here in game 4. Here's a first and goal. And he's signaling as he backpedals to the 30. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown, Baltimore.
Is it Francis? Giannis says no. Back the other way, Trent. Giannis inside. At both ends.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Matty Ice here with Profit Props. This is the Sharp Side. Appreciate y'all for tapping in. As always, we will recap yesterday first. 0-3 in the NFL, 1-0 in the NBA. We did have some live stuff in the NFL that cashed. Lockett 25 plus, 30 plus, 40 plus, all cashed. But yeah, 1-0 in the NBA. Bringing our year-to-date to, I want to say we're like 36-19 for about 18 units of profit. 1 second here. NBA year-to-date, 36-19 plus 17.42 units. Say less. Yo, what's up? Appreciate you tapping in this morning. John, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in this morning. Let's get props.cash up and moving. All right, we're good there. Man, if you haven't already, drop a like, drop a retweet on the tweet. Help me grow the brand, help me grow the page. Been absolutely crushing the NBA this season. So we'll get into the NBA slate. Massive. Conroe, get out of here. Sorry, my dog and my cat are carrying on. Massive 11-game NBA slate. So we'll get right into it. 1 second here. Let me get the banner up. Got my second pot of coffee beside me here. I'll have to get into it. Tournament day. Let's win some money. Yes, sir. Been a good season for us. Just trying to keep the momentum going. So yeah, yesterday I said we were 1-0 in the NBA. It was Royce O'Neal, over 2.5 3-pointers made, plus 116. He finished with 5. John was in here. We were talking about laddering potentially Royce O'Neal up. We did not, or at least I did not. It would have been a good look. I loved that play before the Grayson Allen news, and then Grayson Allen was listed questionable, ended up playing. So Royce didn't close that well. I mean, we had plus 116. I think he closed around even. So it was still closed well. And then he started off slow. He was 0 for 2 in the first half. In the whole first half, he was 0 for 2 in the second half. I think he finished the game 5 for 9. Other leans I had last night, I was close on Booker's points. I'm glad we stayed off. Not sure where Booker's assist fell. Jalen Green had a great game. He finished with 29. Yeah, exactly. Say less. Jalen Green had a great game last night. Looked really good as like their secondary option. So that was inspiring if you're a Suns fan. Dylan Brooks still has to come back. So let me see. Anything else stand out last night in the NBA? Clippers were pretty depleted. Was a rest spot for them. Kawhi, a little injury. No, nothing really stood out otherwise last night. So let's get into the day's games. First, we'll go over the spreads. There's a couple that are disgusting, but keep in mind with these cup games, we should get a little more run out of the starters, even in blowouts, because point differential does matter here. Bag Talk, Brett, One Stop, Ocho. I appreciate y'all for the likes and the retweets. If you haven't already, man, drop a like, drop a retweet. We've been absolutely crushing these streams all year in the NBA. So tap in, stay tapped in. Just drop a like and a retweet, man. I appreciate it. I do have one game. I have one play in this game. It's going to be Donovan Mitchell over 3.5 3-pointers made. The Wizards play that big drop coverage. Donovan's coming off that 46-point outing. We did have his over 25.5 in that game. Played his over 3.5 minus 120 in this game. In both of his last two versus the Warriors, he had 11 plus attempts in each last game, made 4 in each of those, 11, 11, 4, and 4. This season, he's attempted 8 in all but one game. 8 would be a little worrisome because he's got to shoot 50%, but I think we're going to be closer to this 10, 11, 12, where we're needing 40, 35, 33%. I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable with the volume there, but with this being a cup game, with the Wizards playing that big drop, this was a spot I was willing to back Donovan Mitchell. Let's go ahead and add him to the banner. First play officially. We'll just edit this one. Donovan Mitchell over 2.5. No, it's 3.5. 2.5 would be sick at minus 120, but no, that's not the line. I don't think that one needs explained a lot. You know, I'm not just buying him coming off of a massive game. Really what I'm buying is the volume he's had all season versus a team that likes to play drop. We can go to the Props.cash mobile site real quick, and I'll tell you what they rank from above the break. Yo, shout out Sosa for the like and the retweet, man. I appreciate it, brother. I do appreciate it. If y'all not already, make sure you're following Sosa. Tap in. I'm usually on his morning spaces, whether I'm talking or not. And then I do his football spaces and all that. So make sure you're tapped in with the guy. All right, from above the break, they're 23rd. Mitchell scoring 41% of his points from above the break. Just really an excellent matchup for Luka there. Luka. The Lakers do play. Excellent matchup for Donovan Mitchell. Like the over 3.5 threes. Not mad at the points. Lean threes over, though. Alexander Czar, I think, is interesting here. I leaned over 7.5 rebounds. It really is a difficult matchup. I mean, you got Allen, you've got Mobley, under in 2 of the 3 he played versus them last year. Minutes were slightly lower than he's been playing recently, but not dramatically lower. I would say lean over to Czar. I know the chart looks good. I will say my site is very, very close to up and running. And I have him projected at 0. So not sure. I've literally got projections for everyone else but Alexander Czar. You know what I bet it is? It's got to be a special character with his name that's throwing off the matching. Doesn't Allen have like an ankle or wrist issue? I think he was good to go. Yeah, he was questionable the game before, and I don't really remember exactly why. Hold on, we can go back and check that. But yeah, Allen was questionable. Shout out Jay Bird for the like and the retweet, brother. I appreciate you. Bro, I can't even say your name, but the dude that just liked it, I appreciate you. It would sound it would not sound right coming out of my mouth. So if you know who you are. Alexander Czar, or not Alexander Czar. Let me go check Jared Allen recents on Underdog. He was dealing with something, but I think he's good to go. Finger was on track to play. Yeah, just a finger issue with Jared Allen. Nothing too serious. Doesn't seem like he's on the report now. But would lean over there for Czar. Darius Garland, first game back. We ran his RA unders last game. kind of looked sweat-free, but it wasn't. He had 5 in the first half, just 1 in the second half. And what was really stressful is that game was like a 28-point game in the fourth quarter, and they were still playing him. I mean, they did eventually pull him at like the 6 or 5 minute mark. And listen, you can't bank on blowouts and things of that nature. But when you're holding an under and the team's up 30, you're like, man, pull that starter. So they did eventually, and it was not sweat free though. I won't say it was sweat free. That shit was sweaty. 5 in the first half, finished with just 6. Rubber Band Rah-Rah, appreciate the retweet, brother. Appreciate you tapping in on the regular. Hopefully you've been cashing with us. We've been crushing. Garland played 26 minutes in that last game, and like I said, like they definitely could have been conservative. Hold on a second. Back into the upstairs office. Yeah, that's a little better. Carlos Reyes. Hey, bro, appreciate the like, appreciate the retweet, man. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I could see Garland's minutes getting pushed to like 30 here. Like I said, it's a cup game. So obviously I think they'll err on the side of caution with him because he's coming off of an injury. But I wouldn't bank if this game is 120 to 100 with 8 minutes left, we probably still see the starters. Let me go see what my model has. My model has Garland at 9 points, but I've got 1 game to go off of. And he had 8. So obviously Washington sucks, so he gets that little bit of a boost. Obviously should get some extra minutes here coming back from an injury, so I like that that's baked in. Nothing official for me with Garland, though. McCollum, I won't even touch it. Won't even entertain it. Don't ask me about it. If you ask me about it, I'm going to say no opinion. So we just move. Bub Carrington's a good player. It's kind of hard to spot Washington. They've got all those young pieces. They've got Bub. Koulibaly is back. I'm a big fan of Kaishan George. Wait, Kaishan's the one. Yeah, because Keontae's in Utah. Yeah, Kaishan George. I'm a big fan of his. I had to look. I was interested in this game. First one, Sam Merrill points. Data looks good. No Lonzo Ball either. Sam Merrill, yeah. Where is old Sam? Probably near the bottom of the list. Sam is over in every game this season. 26 minutes seems to be around his average. Yeah, John, we're gonna have to look into this one a little more. John, how'd you do last night? Anything outside of Royce O'Neal you cashed on? So I'm interested in a threes price as well. 2.5, 114. They're awful from above the break. Say less. I honestly missed this, so good call. I have not seen him on the injury report. Oh, fuck, he is right there. Koulibaly is out, and Georgia's a game-time decision. Let's go look into that a little bit more. I missed the Koulibaly injury. I'm a Maryland boy, too. That's, I'm right next door. I can't be doing that. I think I got to get some more shout-outs out, too. So shout-out to my people. Y'all showing love this morning. How do I do this? Shout-outs to Lord knows, Carlos, I got you. Rubber Band Rah-Rah, I got you. Jay-Bird, I got you. I appreciate all y'all, man. And then No Limit, I appreciate you for the like, man. I appreciate y'all. This morning. Yeah, I cashed on Glipsy. Nice. I saw Grayson Allen's threes. We talked about that one on stream yesterday. Price was a little shitty in the early morning, but it got closer to game time. That was another one I had in LA, but outside of that, no straights. I'm not mad at Merrill. I like the points and the threes. They being Washington are terrible from above the break. Yes, sir, Lat. Appreciate you tapping in. A little 1-0 night last night. But yeah, I appreciate y'all for tapping in, crushing it this season. So let's keep it up. Man, you can't get too high. You can't get too low because as soon as you start talking shit because you're up 18 units, the gambling god's going to smack you right in your mouth. So try not to get too high, try not to get too low. Trying to just keep it moving, you know? I'm already on Donnie's threes, but I'm not mad at Merrill's points or threes either. Let's see what his attempts have been. 10, 10, 9, 3, and 4. First game back with Garland, but no Lonzo. Man, I like this Sam Merrill pick. I don't know if I like the points or the threes better. See, and I don't have him in my starting lineup, so hold on. Let me open up my shit. I got to go. We got to dig into this one a little more. That's some old head shit, too. I can't even lie. You take a sip of your coffee, and you're like, that's some old head shit right there. Boston. No, we want Cleveland versus Washington. What the fuck is this game? Here it is. So for oh my God. My model's saying I have to play this. I wish I could pull it up. I don't have it. I mean, I could do it, but I'd have to run a whole bunch of shit that I don't feel like doing. I have him projected at 17 points. 17 points. Now, what do I have his minutes at? Forget where I have that saved. Oh, good. I didn't drag that down. I have him right at 20 minutes. That's fair. That's so fair. Wow. He's averaging 26. Wow, that's crazy. Forgot Barnes on the banner. I just haven't got there yet, Storch. But yeah, no, good call. That one's out in the Discord. But yeah, I haven't got there. We haven't got to the Spurs game yet. But yeah, we'll definitely get that up there. Gotta make them wait for the read. You know, you can't just come in, get all the plays and dip. Need that little bit of viewership now. Come on. My model loves this joint. My model loves this joint. Joel, you in here? I wonder if Joel's watching this morning. Residential Cleveland fan. I wonder if he has an opinion. I like it. Over in both last season versus Washington. Oh, they played Washington 3 times last season. That makes sense, yeah. Volume's going to be there, boys. I think I like the threes better, John. I think I like the threes better. But I'm not mad at either. Storch says Josh Allen over points. Storch, I actually don't hate that read either. Oh, damn it. I didn't bring up my notebook. What do you want, JD? I came up here to avoid the cats. I think I got to take Sam Merrill over. Oh, I got a notebook right here. God bless. All right, I got Sam Merrill down 3s down as a lean for now, John, but don't be surprised if I come back and run that one by the end of stream. Storch said Josh Allen. Let me think about that. Don't think the finger injury is an issue. I don't remember how they are versus Rollman, but I can see that. So Washington ranks 30th in points per game, 29th in assists, 28th in rebounds, 26th in threes. Pick and roll Rollman defense, they rank 30th. Also, I thought I fixed this to control pick and roll ball handlers, and I don't see it, so that's annoying as shit. Storch, I'm not mad at it. They're terrible versus pick and roll ball handlers. So, yeah, I'd be okay with that. I mean, maybe you could pair that with a Donovan or Darius assists. Darius, I'm a little worried about the minutes, even in a blowout, because he is coming off of an injury. I feel like he's more liable to lose minutes than any other starter. That would probably be one I'd stay off of. But Jared Allen, I'm not mad at it. I don't love it, but I'm not mad at it. Looks like you're getting market support too. So at minus 125, you're at a good price. Open 12.5. Looks like it's still hanging on there, going 13 though. So I would lean that way with market support. My number is let me make sure there's no updates on NBA underdog. Kennard downgraded, Kaishan downgraded, pull out 7 to 10. Otherwise, we're good. Jarrett Allen, Cleveland, my projections are 21. That's way over Storch. Lord have mercy. It's that Washington team is so bad. I'm so high on like everybody. Have them ranked as the worst pick and roll defense though. So obviously Jarrett Allen's going to cook, right? I mean, that's how that's supposed to work. NBA props. Let's go find out what Jared Allen's line at. I'm probably going to actually end up on this over, Storage. I hate to be on so many overs in a game that should be a blowout, but with the cup game, I'm hoping we get extended minutes. I've also felt like this season, Cleveland especially, has been allowing their starters to run, even in those blowout games. Over in both wins by 2+. Season average is 15.7. Last season, in 3 matchups, only over once. Interesting. They've got some different teams there. Alexander Sarr over steals and blocks. Not mad at that either. Biggest concern with anything Czar here would be minutes. Biggest concern with anything Czar here would be minutes. Most books are 13.5 on this now, Storch. I'm gonna stay off of Jared Allen, but if you got it, you're good. 15+ for a quarter unit, I'm good with that. I would be fine with 15+ for a sprinkle for Jared Allen. Honestly, if you have conviction, this might be a good SGP game. I could see something along the lines of Donovan 4 threes, Jared Allen 15 points. If starters get extended minutes, maybe even Mobley 20 ball. That probably is around plus money. We'll move on to Mobley here. Okay, well, 19.5 is the line. I thought it might be like 18.5, 17.5. Probably avoiding Mobley's points at 19.5, if not leaning under. Would probably lean under PRs. It's just such a shitty team. Like, who's going to get what? I just want to go see what the market's done. Hit the wrong button again. I'm going to go look at the market price on Evan Mobley under 28.5, 29.5 PRs, if I can get this shit to load. Coffee is still hot. All right, I cannot get that to load. So we're going off of what the Bet Rivers is saying. I'm sorry, what Props.cash is saying. Bet Rivers should be at minus 121. They're the same as Parks. Fanatics at 120. MGM at 110 on the under. Interesting. I do lean under here. It's just such a bad matchup. I would stay off of Mobley unders, or overs, but I'm not going to play his unders, to be honest with you. DeAndre Hunter is questionable. Mitchell, we already played. Kaishan George downgraded. I'm good on this game. One official play, Donovan Mitchell, but I'm not mad at Allen overs or Sam Merrill overs. Sam Merrill's threes, I think, have the most ladder potential. I'm not mad with him up to 4. I like him up to 4, I should say. Boston versus Orlando. This is about a 4.5, 5-point spread. Prince has been ruled out for the Bucks. Thank you. Tarian Prince, neck ruled out. Good looks. Wendell Carter. Let me see what I have him projected for. Boston versus Orlando. Wendell Carter, 11.24 points, 7.88 rebounds. 11 point, nothing there. Lean under here. Rebounds, I'm at, what did I say, 7.88 or 7.22? 7.68. Okay. Yeah, I lean under here for sure. FanDuel offering the best price, generally not a good sign. Charts look good, but I'm going to leave it as a lean. I do lean under Wendell Carter rebounds for sure. Peyton Pritchard, we'll see where I come in with his numbers. 13.62 points, so it looks like I'm going to lean under here a little bit. Not enough for it to be actionable, though. 3 rebounds and 4.5 assists is where I come in. And lean under here. No comment there. I do lean under a Peyton Pritchard PRs. I do lean under. Yeah, they've been a very weird team. Nowhere. I'll keep it a buck. They're not at all what I thought they would be coming into the season. I thought they would be like 4th, 5th seed in the East. More towards 4th, like Knicks, Cavs. I honestly thought the Hawks would be really good. Yeah, I mean, I could have put Orlando right there. Pacers are beat up. Miami's, I didn't have a lot of faith with them, especially with Hero. It hurt coming in. So, yeah, Orlando's not been what I thought they would be. That's for sure. Peyton Pritchard, lean under PRs. That's all I've got, though. Nothing official. Suggs, minutes are slowly climbing. He got 20 last game. Like John said, been a lot of blowouts with these Orlando teams. So I think in a hyper-competitive game, we could see him climb the 24, 25, 26 minutes. But I do think his ceiling's probably around there. Paolo Banchero over his rebounds. Let me see where I bring my projections at. Yes, 9.86. Clear edge. 28th in offensive rebounds. I think I do like a Paolo. I'm good with both, Storch. Double-double is plus 155. Okay. I think I just like the over 7.5 better. 136 looks like the best price. Rebounds, Paolo. Let's see what we can get a Paolo rebounds at. We got also, hold on. Drake Powell, listed available to play today. Okay. See, we got a bunch of new people coming in, man. If you haven't already, drop a like, drop a retweet. I appreciate it. Helping me grow the brand. We've been crushing the NBA. If you tune in, it's free. And all you got to do, man, drop a like. That's all we're asking. 7.5, 137 at Rivers, but everywhere else is really juiced. Is the double-double the pivot? Maybe. I don't mind the 8.5, though, at even money. Like I said, I'm at 9.86. Double-double. I've actually got a plus 180 Storch. Plus 180 at Rivers, 75 at Fanatic, 75 at FanDuel. Want to bet on Bane points under? I don't know if I'll be staying under, just so you know. I was looking at that this morning. PRAs as well. Yeah, Storch, the 8.5. I'm not mad at the 8.5 even monies. Is that the best 8.5 we can get? I got plus 08 at DK, plus 110 at ESPN. No AD or Lively in the paint for Dallas. Okay. And Dallas has who again? Isn't it Houston? No, Houston's got San Antonio. Dallas has Memphis. Oh, Ja Morant overs. Ja Morant overs if that's the case. Do I want to attack this Paolo at plus 180? I'm kind of tempted. Hold on though. Because we might just do a builder lay here. We might just do a builder lay here. Paolo to give us 20 and 8 is plus money. I love the 8 boards. I love the. Well, actually, let me make sure. What do I make his assist before I just blindly throw that in as a juice eater? 23.59. What's the market line? Am I over on that? That would make me feel a lot better. I'm right with market. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Right with market, lean over, not lean over, love over rebounds, especially at the 8 plus. Plus 02, no, plus 112. Last place I'll check is DraftKings. I'll run this builder. I'm going to assume DraftKings isn't the best, but every once in a while they'll leave some low-hanging fruit. Plus 08. It's really good anywhere. I'm going to play it at FanDuel, though. I really like Paolo 20 and 8. Hold on, I got to log in. All right, we've got something went wrong. Place bet. All right, we got that in there now. Underdog, McMillan out, or questionable, I should say. Nothing new in the NBA. Cool. That's all we're worried about right now. All right, let me get that out to the court and then in there. But yeah, Paolo 20 and 8. Paolo 20 and 8. All right, we move on. We move on from Paolo's boards. So my model has JB at about 27 points. I think we were looking at, 26 and a half on his live line. 27.1, not going to see any value there. I am at 2 threes. At the price, I don't see any value there. Boards, I'm at 371. Lean under here, but the juice is nasty. Assists, I'm at 441. Maybe an RA under. 9.5 painted. Quick math says I'm at 7.812. 8.12. 8.12. Lean under. Don't know if I love it. Bam is out for the Heat. Yeah, good call. Anything else y'all see, or if we get into a game and I don't mention it, please feel free to throw it out there. I appreciate it for real. I lean under JB RAs, lean over JB points, not going to have anything official on any of his plays. Let's just talk about Franz. I'm at 21 points, 5.5 rebounds, 3.5 assists. Let's see where the market's at. 21 points. Lean over, but not actionable. Might be actionable to the under here. Nah, 5.48. I had the assist and the rebounds backwards. All right, so yeah, nothing for Franz. Not anything I want to do usage-wise, field goal attempts-wise, not any adjustments I want to make. I will say I lean over points, but it's not a very strong lean. Maybe if I had played a 19.5, 125, we'd have been tempted, but at 20.5, I think it's closer to correct. I have the bottom half of this board is about to get real nasty. The bottom half of this game, so like just buckle up because I'm about to maybe take some shit that's just gross. I don't even know if Derek White PRA unders are gross because they've cashed in almost every game. But the line would feel low based on what you thought coming into the season, right? JB is not going to be a late scratch, right? I think I got to take a Derek White PRA under. $26.5 minus 08. Under in 7 of 9 to start the season. Played good minutes in all but 2 of those games. Orlando's allowing a bunch of points in the paint. What's Storch have here? He building something? Oh, that's someone he follows. Giddy tonight. I'm not mad at Giddy tonight. I want to check one other thing out and then. All right, done. Wait, am I done or am I pivoting to points? FanDuel is at 22.5 on the PAs, 125. I'm good with the PAs or the PRAs, honestly. I'll go I think I'm actually going to go the 17.5 minus 125 under. Do I want the points or the PRAs? I'm taking something. I'm leaving here with something. $26.5 PRAs or 20 or 17.5 points. Man, I'm so torn. I'm taking the PRAs, 26.5. I can lay less juice, and I like the read as well. Say less. You already read my fucking mind, dog. I'm getting there. Clear this. 1 second here. Let me get this in myself. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Derek White. Cool. Almost accidentally put 1,000 on it. That would not have been cool, but we good. Derek White PRAs under. Bang. Now let's talk about another one. Another nasty fucking play. All right. Oh, if I do that one more time, I think unabated has the worst. If like, please, new layout unabated. You're so close to being good, and then also at the same time so far from being great. Patience is a virtue. I will be patient. If Rivers is at this 20.5, I'm just running it. I'm not taking the time to let this odd screen load. I'm cool. Desmond Bain. $24.5 minus 115. Oh, that's PRAs. Do I want the PAs or the PRAs? All right. PRAs. Desmond Bain. 24.5 is painted everywhere but FanDuel. PAs is basically the same. Rivers doesn't have a lineup though. I'm going 24.5 minus 115. I believe that's the best price. Yeah, 24.5 minus 115. Desmond Bain under PRAs. All right, we move. And then, yeah, we're going to Simons, man. It's not the greatest. It's not the best matchup imaginable here. I went back and actually watched some film. Good call, Storch. I'll get the banner updated so everybody can play along, stay along. I did go back and watch the film. They switch a lot. They're not very good versus pick and roll ball handlers, but it's not necessarily that they play massive drop. It's actually that they switch and will allow bigs to guard guards, and then the guards are just able to get through it. So I mean, I almost might like Simon's points more. So hold on, we'll get into that though. Can't do two things at once, apparently. Yeah, I do have a Discord. I'll have more news on that coming out. I got some people that have been in there for a hot minute, but nothing officially out. Nothing out right now. It's kind of a closed group for the moment. Got some things we're working on. So Simons, I'm just as big of a fan of his points as threes. I talked about the Orlando team. I went back and watched film this morning. I'm not going to pull up everything right now, but I am going to actually go into here. Boston. Let me just replace Pritchard for Simons. $13 points and 2.5 threes. I do like it at plus money. So we've played this a few times this season, and when we do, it's off of a big drop coverage, right? It's not necessarily a big drop today. It's still bad pick and roll defense, but it's not always a big drop, especially if Paolo's involved. Wendell will drop more often, but his minutes are a lot shorter as well. What are Wendell's minutes? 28, 29, 30 up compared to Paolo's 37, right? But when they do go pick and roll versus Wendell, they will play drop. I want to shop something real quick. Let me shop something real quick. Those that are curious, I'm just curious what Sam Merrill and Anthony Simons 2+3s each is. Sam Merrill and Anthony Simons, 2+ threes each. I'm getting -134 at FanDuel. I'm going to go to Rivers now. If I get like a -125, I like this. My Rivers is bugging. I think I took him for too much bread, y'all. All right, we can get Bane out of there. Player 3s, Sam 2, NBA, Boston. Player 3s, Simons 2. I got 132 there. You know what? Let's just hold on to that. We'll probably try to add a third, get the plus money, and then maybe shop around for some boosts. I like Simons 2+ as a lay piece. Let's move on from this game. Houston, San Antonio. Go through the injury report here. Finney Smith been out, Fred out for the season, Adams game time decision, Harper out, Fox out, Sohan game time decision, Luke Cornett out, Kelly Olynyk game time decision. I've had a really hard time spotting Wemby. Wow, what's my percentage at? 20%. All right. I've had a really hard time spotting Wemby this season. They're not going double big anymore, so I don't really think Sengun is a good matchup. I think they would be better off going double big in a game like today, but I don't expect it, especially with Adams questionable. Sengun has not done well in his time versus Wemby. He did go over his boards in 2 out of the 3, but he has not scored well. If you ask me, and I don't want this to come off as some hater shit because I think Sengun is a good player. He's taken too many shots. He's got too big of a role. And I think that problem comes from they're trying to almost play through him as the center point guard. I know Amon Thompson had a good game last night. I'm not trying to take anything away from that or the player that he is. That offense just doesn't work. And it's not going to work in the playoffs. So something needs to be done. Fred's not coming back anytime soon. If you're a Rockets fan, this isn't hate, because I think they've got really good pieces. I don't know. I don't like the way that offense is set up, the way that offense is ran. They do nothing to get Kevin Durant involved. And Kevin Durant's never been the player that goes out of his way to get himself involved. So I don't believe in this Rockets team right now. They're probably the worst 5-2 team in the league, I think. But it's the coaching. I think they've got great pieces around them. I think one of those losses is OKC, right? I just don't like the offense right now. Defensively, they've been great. Maybe they figure out the offense. Houston needs a point guard like no other, dog. You got to have somebody on the court that says, hey, on this wing, I've got one of the top 3 scorers of all time to ever play the game who's still like that, arguably still prime, even though he's 36, 37. And then, I've got Jabari Smith over here. I've got Sengun over here. I've got Amon Thompson over here. Sengun will have a couple All-Stars in his life. Thompson might squeak out a few. But I got Kevin Durant, first ballot Hall of Fame. Maybe he should take 20 shots a night, especially on that roster. I would like someone to go back and see, did he take more shots next to Steph Curry than he is next to Alperen and Sengun? Because, criminal. And at the end of the day, that falls on the coaching staff. No, there isn't a true point guard. There is not anybody there. I was about to say smart enough, but that sounds rude. There's not anyone not vetted enough. There's not experienced. That's the word I'm looking for. Experienced enough to say, hey, we need to go get KD the ball here. He's one of the greatest of all time, literally. So, that's my rant about them. I do lean under Sengun here, but I just the offense doesn't make sense. Don't use logic, use what you've seen when trying to handicap that Rockets team. I like Reed Shepherd overs tonight. He should be playing more minutes, if you ask me. If y'all watched the beginning of the season, the first 2 streams, I really thought he was going to have a bigger role. Not mad at his threes look. The problem is the volume's stuck at 4. So he's got to shoot 50% to cash it. I'm not banking on anyone shooting 50% in the 50% from three is hard. 40% is like idolized. So yeah, no, I can't get to that. If he gets to 5, I like it. I prefer his points here. The field goal attempt's been as static. Yeah, ever since, the minutes dropped, he's stuck at 77. I think he should play a few more minutes, but until he is, I've got nothing to back there for Reed. Honestly, like the coaching staff doesn't want to get him involved. The rest of his team doesn't care if he's involved. I'm not mad at Kevin Durant unders here. I like Kevin Durant unders. They don't look to get him involved. Let's look at his field goal attempts. 18, 18, 11, 19, 14. He hasn't taken 20 in one game this season. Don't think he gets there tonight, so I lean under for Kevin Durant's points. Would not take his over. Not a high volume spot. I think your realistic volume is probably 17 or 18 field goal attempts. Let me see where I come in for his points. See, the cool thing about my model is I've got the field goal attempts. I've got him at 16 field goal attempts, 18.78 points. And I don't think that's crazy. It is crazy when you think of the talent level. It is not crazy at all when you think about the way that they have used him this season. What are my rebounds and assist numbers like? I might be talking myself into a PRA under right now. I come in at 25.58 on KD's PRAs. 25.58. Wow. Man, it's as soon as I take a KD under, they'll start getting him involved. I already know it. But the PRAs, I still think would be a good look. On a lot of unders today. That's usually a good sign too, low-key. Yeah, it's gross. 34.5. I'm playing this. I think I'm gonna play it at DK's 121. DK's 121. I'm gonna go run this right now. Kevin Durant under 34.5 minus 121. Disgusting, but gotta do it. Man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. Kevin Durant under. Anthony Edwards hamstring available to play. See, underdog be pissing me off though, and I know it's not their fault, but they'll drop an available to play on you, and then 3 hours later they're gonna drop a questionable tag on you. That one's been pissing me off this year. I know I'm not the only one. Shannon Jr. foot ruled out. Anything else? Hey, we got some newbies in here, man. If you're just tapping in, drop a like, drop a retweet. Help me grow the brand, man. I appreciate y'all for real. Got a bunch down there already. Let me add this to the banner. And I know. I mean, I'm not trying to say too much, but I know we got some cappers in here that be in here stealing plays. Hey, if you're gonna steal the plays, dog, at least drop a like. At least drop a like. All right, KD under 34.5 PRAs is in there. Storch, you asked something about Wemby, right? Storch asked something about Wemby. Wemby over PRAs or over blocks. We did bet the blocks last year, and I didn't bet blocks often. And we did bet the blocks. I don't know what it is, but I just straight up don't even like Sengun. I'd love to see him smack those blocks. Let me go see what my models got on Wemby because I really don't know. 18.97 on the points for Wemby. I think that's way low. Coming off of 2 duds, that might have something to do with it. Pardon me, but yeah, that line feels massively low to me. Wemby, what about rebounds? I'm at 11 boards and 3.5 assists. So I'm right with market with the boards. And I would lean over because of the price on the assists. Big lean under to the points for me. I think that Phoenix game's throwing a little bit of wrench in my statistics. Season average is 31.2. What do I have as usage rate here? Man, I got his usage rate right at 30. Not really off. I got him projected at 18. That's interesting. You don't see that too often. Got him projected at 18 field goal attempts and about 18 points. Has he just shot the ball like shit over the last week or so? Yeah, he shot it pretty bad over the last 3 games. No, 43 is not bad. I'm tripping there, but 29 and 36, not necessarily ideal. I don't know. I'm not, just a side note. See, that makes sense to me, but it's hard to spot Adams' minutes tonight. It's hard to spot Adams' minutes tonight, but that makes a lot of sense. I like that. I'm not mad at. I like that, but yeah, no, it's hard to spot Adams' minutes. Harrison Barnes, maybe to splash a 3 or 2 in the corner. He been crushing the threes. The volume's not been crazy though. Stuck at 5 and 6 though. I like the 1.5 with that kind of volume. Kind of leaning a Barnes 2+ threes. $138 at FanDuel, 134 at Rivers. Everyone else is kind of crazy juiced. I do lean over Harrison Barnes 2+ threes. I like that better than his points. I hate the price. Ooh. Is that the is the 1+ on Barnes the final pair for our lay? Paul George out at least 2 more games. Paul George out at least 2 more games. NBA, Harrison Barnes, Spurs. Player threes. Barnes, they don't have the 1+. Damn, that's some hoe shit. Wonder if FanDuel does, though. KD plus Barnes 2+ threes for plus money. Storage, I just took Kevin Durant's under. I just told you they don't like getting him the ball. Storage says, what about his threes over? No. Not his threes over. One second here, though. I see you asking about Eason. Let me see what this Barnes joint gets me to, though. Barlow to miss at least 2 more games. That does get me to plus money. Anthony Simons 2, Sam Merrill 2, Barnes 1, plus 05. I'm gonna keep that in my back pocket for now. What do I think about? First, let's talk about Jabari. A bad little spot there, but his juice is even worse. Not a lot of books open, but Jabari Smith RA unders aren't a bad look. I'll let a few more books open before I attack that spot, though. Amon Thompson coming off of a good game. Again, I don't want my rant earlier to sound like I'm a hater. I think he's a good player. I think he would be great as the 2 there, not the 1. You know, he's a great defender. He's an athlete. Like I like watching him play. I just don't think he's the point guard, at least not yet. Maybe, you know, if you can win games and develop him at the 1, you know, by all means. But just right now, that offense is ugly. And he did play, I mean, back-to-back really well. Super efficient 2 games ago. Not as efficient the last game, but still not bad. 61%. A lot of those shots were like right in the paint. Actually, one thing I really like about the props.cash mobile is I'm going to see what percentage of his shots are coming from the restricted. Last 5. One moment, please. We go backspace Thompson. I spelled that shit wrong. Cool. All right, last 5, he's scoring 74% of his buckets from inside the restricted. On the season, it's 71%. Now, San Antonio is good. They are allowing the 6th fewest, so they've got a strong defense there. Hard to fade right now. I mean, he's taking more shots than Kevin Durant. I guess the coach thinks Amon Thompson's a better player than Kevin Durant and is deserving of more shots. So I'd be afraid to fade him right now. I would be afraid to fade him right now. Nothing here with these role guys. I always tell y'all I can't pace. I can't. If I bet Castle, Vassal will go off. If I bet Vassal, Castle will go off. If I bet both overs, they'll both go under. And if I bet both unders, they'll both go over. So nothing really I can do with those two. Tari Eason, do we have a questionable tag for Smith? No, just Adams. Okay. 31 minutes last game. 29 the game before. Did Adams get hurt in that game? Not super confident in his minutes. Volume's been strong, though. Like, if you give me 5, I love it. If you give me 4, I'm worried. If you give me under 4, I hate it. Do I think Tari Eason's for sure getting 5? What do they rank from above the break in the last 5 on the season? 17th. They suck in the corners. All right. I mean, that's good. Tari Eason points. He does get some buckets from the corners. Man, John, it's a volume spot. If I felt better about him getting 5, I'd take it. Let me see. I don't think did he start? Is he in the starting lineup? I don't think I have numbers projected for him. I can get them quickly. I just don't think I have them. Houston. Where's this Houston game at? Let me give you my official projections. $13 points, so I think that's a lean over, right? 13 points. And on the threes, I come in at 2.79. Wow, that's a massive lean over. Lean over for sure. I mean, fair, the juice is super heavy to the over already. But I do lean over, John. I like that as a lay piece. I mean, if you want to run it straight at minus 140, I'm not mad, but I could see that as a lay piece too. My projections are over 2.5, so I definitely like that look a lot. Definitely could see that in a lay as well. Okay, outside of that, nothing else in the Houston game. Let's get on to Detroit, Brooklyn. What's the spread in this one? I'm guessing ugly. Also, Cade unders. They like the blitz. Give me anything over 25 and it's cooked. It's 25.5. See, I know this shit, dog. I fucking know this shit. Hold on. Everybody go to MGM and If you don't got the 27.5, you can still run the 26.5. But at the end of the day, I bet first and release later. So if this shit's is here, this shit's here. Storch, are you here? Storch, are you here? Storch, are you here? What? I do not want Isaiah Stewart. Get the fuck out of here. I will circle back to that. Hold on. I've got other things we got to look at right now. Detroit Pistons, Nets, players, points, over, under. It's 26.5. That is still good. It was 27.5. We missed it. I missed it. Or you'd have to pay 129. That's fine. I'm not paying the 129. 6.5, 115 at Rivers, MGM, several places. 125 at Fanatics. Do what you got to do. I got to do it. Hold on. Let me get this bitch in. We got to go. Come on. Yeah, just the points under. Points under 26.5. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, good. Let me get that out. A lot of unders today, boys. I'm on some hater shit today. Minus 115. Storch, if that was at MGM, we were going to need you, but we're good. We got it at Rivers too. All right, moving on from Cade. That one was an easy read, though. Like, I mean, that one was easy. Nets, blitz, blowout, all of it. I love Cade under there. Jalen Duran, what's the double price? Decent matchup here tonight versus Claxton. Minus 230. I assumed it'd be bad. 200 looks to be the best price. I wouldn't lay the 11.5. I'm good off everything Jalen Duran. Have they bounced us back down yet? Nah, they hoeing us. They hoeing us. This was our best kept secret, but it's gone. Cade, that line moved to 26.5. Still love the under. Michael Porter Jr. sold the fuck out of us last game. We did cash Cam Thomas there, who got hurt. But nothing there. Azor Thompson, I don't really like in this matchup. Duncan, I'm a hater, but threes actually could be in a good spot today. I'd probably lean over here. Don't like the juice, but honestly a good matchup for Cade. Tobias Harris also questionable in this game, so keep that in mind. I think Cade Cunningham going to be the only thing I have officially in this one. Yeah, big spread. Cade unders is all I got there. Toronto, Atlanta, keep in mind Trae Young is still out. Jared McCann not expected to play in both ends of back-to-backs on Saturday. So he'll play in one or the other, it sounds like. Nurse just said doesn't expect him to play in both sides. I would assume the front, if I had to guess. Toronto, Atlanta, we popped off a couple Porzingis threes plays, 3 in a row to start the season. We haven't played them. We didn't play it in Indy. We just got lucky. I don't like threes over Indy. They run you off the line. Trae Young got hurt. Haven't played it in either of the last two, and he's missed in both. We're going to just stay off of that line. Jakob Poeltl, man, this guy just can't stay healthy or stay out of foul trouble. It's either one or the other with him. He's either getting in foul trouble or banging himself up. Nothing too bad, but he's been banged up a little bit. Oh yeah, John, I'm not mad at that 122 at FanDuel either. I like that a lot. RJ Barrett over PRs, or no, just PRs in general. We'll get to Barrett here. First thoughts for me would be over, but we'll dig into it a little deeper when we get there. Aneka Okongwu. With Poeltl playing, probably going to be nothing there. Emmanuel quickly, we got lucky as shit last game. We cashed under 16.5. He had like 15 going into the third, so kind of just got really lucky with that read. Honestly, is RA's over? I kind of like. Let me go look into that one a little bit quicker. Nine and a half appears to be the painted number. I make that number Atlanta 3-8. I make it 9.5. All right. I do lean under his points as well. I come in at only 11. But I don't necessarily love that number. Season average is only 13, but I don't, Atlanta's definitely not a lockdown defense offensively to point guards. Last year's last year. Take it with a grain of salt. Lean over RAs, lean under points. Storch, I don't want to touch Podol. He's like the white Jalen Duran. Bro can't stay out of foul trouble. Quick question. What do you think about going back to Karis LeVert PRAs? Damn, bro, that bitch was sweaty, wasn't it? 12 in the first quarter. We played under 16 and a half. He had 12 in the first quarter, didn't record another the rest of the game. So we cashed, but that was yeah, I think he did have one rebound in the fourth. Finished with 13, but that one was nerve-wracking. The more I think about that, I think that game could get away from him. I understand it's computer is low on energy. How much time we got left? 6%, hour and 11 in. If it dies, it dies. I'm just going to try to power through it. Yeah, I'll leave quickly as that. Lean under points over RAs. Leave it at that. Let me just tell you where I come in at, Scotty. 20 points, 7.5 rebounds, 5 assists. 20 points, 7.5 rebounds, 5 assists. Slight lean over there. Right with market there. Basically right with market with the price there. So nothing officially from me on Scotty Barnes there. Brandon Ingram been a really confusing player this season. Sub 15 or over 20 in every game. They played Atlanta on opening night. He had 16. He took 16 field goal attempts, so we're not hitting. Storch, I don't have good reads on Scotty Barnes. I can't get a good read on him this year. Model's right with him. Dyson Daniels would be a good one if his line's like 11, 12. It's 13, okay. 18, 18, and 18 in each of the last 35 minutes. As long as there's no significant play types, they're really good in transition, and they're good versus pick and roll ball handlers. Yeah, you're 100% right about this. I do like Dyson Daniels, though, over his points. I like his over 18.5 PAs as well. I'm going to leave those as leans, but I do lean over. Jalen Johnson. Oh, no, let's go to CJ. We had a request on CJ. Allison said RJ Barrett's PRs. I know off a rip, I'm going to like the points over. 25 points and 8 rebounds opening night versus Atlanta. I think he was super efficient opening night, though. But Atlanta's bad in transition. Allison, I would definitely lean over. I think I like points better, but I think I would lean over. And then, yeah, John, we were on the same page there. Dyson Daniels, I lean over the PAs at 18.5. I lean over the PAs at 18.5. Nothing official on either of those two right now, but keep an eye out for later to stream. I'm going to try to power through these or post stream. We are at 4%. All right. Is there anything else I really got to get out? Because we're going to have to end this one early. Utah, Minnesota. Walker Kessler's out. There's nothing there catching my eye. Charlotte, Miami. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. Let's see if I can. Everyone just bear with me. 30-second pause so we don't lose stream. I'm just going to change offices real quick. I forgot to bring my charger up here, so we'll just run down here, plug in, and finish these last 5 or 6 games. Appreciate y'all bearing with me. Still in the process of getting everything moved from office to office. Should have got it all done yesterday with that small-ass slate, but life prevailed. Good kitty. All right, we are in this bitch. I'm going to stay camera off because the glare is crazy in my face, but we can kind of finish these games now a little less hectically. Good kitty. RJ Barrett, what I will say is I do lean over points. I like the points a little bit better than the PRs, but I'm not mad at either. I would lean over points, though, more so than PRs. But I like both. Jalen Johnson, been confusing. I guess not so much confusing. 17 in that last game. This is what confused me. Just the 11 field goal attempts. I thought we'd see them climb. They reduced. Did his potentials? No, his potential assist didn't really take a bump either. Could just be matchup. I guess he could pull RJ or Ingram tonight. Which aren't bad matchups. He had 22 versus Toronto, and that was with Trae Young. We should see a little bit higher usage, but again, that's not a given. Last game, just 21.7. He had 23.2 with Trae. So you can't just, write that off. Nothing official on his points. Rebounds, no. I'm not going to have any Jalen Johnson reads. Oh, we'll definitely take a look at DiVincenzo threes. Definitely take a look. I think he had 4 in the last one at least. Nothing official for Jalen Johnson in this one. No, I loved playing this at 15.5, cashed in back-to-back. Now this line's climbed to 17.5. Honestly, probably just close to efficient. So I'm cool with moving on. So nothing else in this game. I don't think anything officially at all in this game. All right, let's move on to Utah versus Minnesota. I know we have some injury news here. Anthony Edwards, game time decision, but I think more on the side of good to go. And then I think I saw Shannon's out, but Anthony Edwards should be good to go. What is the spread in this one? This one could be ugly. $12.5. This is getting up towards where I don't like to even touch these games. Actually, a lot of these last games are all fucking shit, to be honest with y'all. Utah, anybody got a request in this Utah game? I'll hit you with that. Does anybody have a request? I could sit here and bitch about how Isaiah Collier should be getting minutes. Larry Markkinen, 24.5 might be worth some money. I don't like this game, though. 12.5 point spread. I always say, once you at 10, I think you should still attack those games. Those games can be late covers or whatever the case may be. Yeah, you did say Dante. But at 12, you're even at a 60% chance generally that game's going over 10. Nas Reed. Where the fuck you from? Minnesota? We go look into Larry Markkinen a little more. 24.5. I mean, it's not a bad matchup for him. They're not. What's Laurie's threes at? Price is crazy. Let's look at Dante. Anyone else has a request, throw it in there. But outside of that, I'm chilling. He had 5 versus the Knicks. I turned it off once he got his 4th. Volume 12, 13, and 11 in the last 3. That's a good sign. What's Utah in three-point attempts allowed? 30th. We're getting 3.5 at plus 122. Minutes have been good. And Ant played last game, right? Yeah. He's actually played 30 plus in each of the last 2 with Ant. This is mispriced at minus 192. I spoke on this earlier. Sometimes Grandpa Conley to hit 2 threes, I'll look at it. Sometimes like the minus 200s are the best bets. This right here is an amazing bet at minus 192. Absolutely love it as a lay piece. Keep an eye out for a threes lay today, and Dante will be in it. And then do I like the 3+? Kind of. I love his 3+ in a lay at minus 200. That should be priced at like minus 700. I mean, not really. Probably minus 300 though. Minus 3, minus 350. Almost have that figured out to where I can just pull it out. Just the lean for me on his 4+, but I love his 3+ as a lay piece, John. Love that 3+ as a lay piece. And I mean, just no point in betting on him. He's coming back off of an injury versus a bullshit team that they should beat the shit out of in the first 3 quarters. I just don't think this is the proper spot. I mean, you could have the mindset this is like a get right spot in a cup game versus an easy opponent. But as a coaching staff, I mean, it could go either way. You could say, hey, let's give him 32, 34 tonight. This team's ass. Let's get his rhythm going. Or you could say, hey, he got 28 good minutes. Now we're up 15, 20. Let's get him right for the next one. So that's all I got on this game. Not going too deep into it. Miami versus Charlotte. This one's a 5-6 point spread, a lot closer. Now, LaMelo is questionable, and Colin Sexton. And Bam is out. Kneppel's threes. $130 at DK. Yeah. 1 second. NBA. Charlotte. Where's the Charlotte game? Players, 3-pointers, locked. Pussies. One second here. I'm shopping Kneppel threes prices. Probably be one of the only looks I'll have in this game. 130 is the best price I see. Anyone else see a better price? If not, I'm cool with the 130 at DK. DK is the best you can find as well. Good deal. We're on the same page. Got that one out. Got that one bet. Let's keep it moving. Norman Powell, can't trust him yet, but could be a good game. Hard to trust much more on the Charlotte side of the ball until we know who's playing. Someone asked about Jaquez. Yeah, he had a 20 ball in the last game versus Charlotte. Now we go no Bam. Had a 40 ball in one of the 4 last year without him. No Bam, no Hero. This could make sense. Jaime Jaquez, 22. Very good team in transition, though. I would lean over. It's not an official bet for me. Who asked about that? Allison. I would lean over. I actually like RJ a little more. I know you asked about RJ earlier. I like RJ's points the most out of the 2 you've requested. But I do lean over. It makes sense, right? Hero's still out. Bam Adebayo's down. He's over this in 3-5 of his last 7 already. So now you should get the usage boost. I like it. It's not my favorite play on the board, but I like it. I do lean that way. Any other requests on this game, preferably the Miami side, since we at least know who's playing there? Doesn't look like it. Lean over Jaquez. I like Kneppel's threes. Outside of that, I'm cool. All right, Chicago versus Milwaukee. Spread in this game is Milwaukee's a 4-point favorite at home. I know Goya, I believe, asked about the 31.5. Either this has moved a lot one way or the other since we've talked about it. Yo, trying to rob FanDuel. Appreciate you for tapping in, brother. Appreciate you for tapping in. I wanted to go shop Giannis's points props because looks like there is some disparity in the market. 32 appears to be the painted number. There's a 33 offshore. Let's just go to my model and see. NBA, open it in here. Chicago versus the Bucks. 32.7 points, 11.83 rebounds, 6.3 assists. So nothing there for the points. Rebounds, slight lean under, but nothing actionable. I think the market's pretty close, pretty correct on Giannis. I got no plays there. Last year's data is not equivalent, but Miles Turner is similar to Brook Lopez. And you can see 9, 7, 8, and 7 in the 4 attempts. Keep in mind, these are division rivals. They play 4 times a year. First matchup this season. But I like Vooch over threes. $117 at DK seems to be the best play. He says Turner's threes, kind of the opposite. I mean, I like that too. Held Towns to 0. And then Miles last year, 3 on him. Sandro 3, Scotty 3. They play more of the 4 role. Scotty 2. He's not a 4, is he? I wouldn't consider him a 4. Point forward, I guess. I don't know. Vucevic's threes. Well, let me go to my model real quick. This is more of like a read than just a straight. I'm at 185 though, so I'm over off straight projections. But then I think Miles Turner's not going to want to step out. This is a gross one, but I mean, I like Miles threes as well. Looks like you can get a 133 on an alt. That's probably a MGM or Bet Rivers line. I like both centers to hit 2 threes tonight in this game. I like both centers to hit 2 threes tonight in this game. I'm not mad at an SGP in this one. And you know what? Do you know what? Is it time for Giannis's first triple-double of the season? Is it time for Giannis's first triple-double of the season? Y'all were here. Hey, shout-outs to y'all to be tapping in on the daily because I see the numbers, and, you know, some days we got thousands that watch for a while, but I know I can tell who's really tapped in. Y'all that are really tapped in, I mean, this is reminding me of Giddey the other night. Man, how many times have we said AJ Green's matchup doesn't look good and then he smacks the fuck out of it? I think he's matchup proof. But this is reminding me of the Giddey. You know, it's not, you know, Giddey was coming off of one. I think he did go back to back when we hit that. Is there a king of the court tonight? I forget what day. Oh, of course, my phone fucking died. Oh my gosh. First it was the computer, now it's the phone. Somebody wasn't prepared today, and that somebody was me. Man, I think Giannis triple-double is mad sneaky tonight. And we're getting like some of the best odds we'll ever get. 5.25. 5.25 at MGM. NBA. Bucks, Bulls. Players. Oh, is it locked? All I see is double-double. Got it. Triple-double plus 500. I'm telling you, this is worth a quarter unit. I'm going to sprinkle that happy hour day on FanDuel. What time is that, Storch? Is that 3 to 5? Because my fucking phone died. I'm waiting for it to load back up. I like the Giannis triple-double. I just wrote it down because I got to wait for my phone to reboot. But I like the Giannis triple-double. We'll move. That's a sprinkle. I like both centers to hit a 3 in this game. That's a sprinkle. Giddey back-to-back triple-doubles. I'm not mad at it at plus 300, plus 320. I'm not mad at the Giddey triple-double. Pardon me. Yeah, I like Giddey's triple-double more than points. 22.5 feels fair. Let me give y'all – I have Giddey not projected for a triple-double, but 23.98 points right with market, 10.76 boards, and about 9 assists. So just under the assists. Rebounds at 8.5, though. I could easily get behind the over here. Assists, 8.5. Honestly, y'all, I like the triple-double there as well. NBA Cup game versus rivalries. Oh, is this where they do the like 20 profit boosts again? But they're like, for me, they're $5 maxes. I use them. Don't get me wrong. I'll go nuke the shit like out of, but those kind of suck for $5. Honestly, my only official read would be Giddy triple-double sprinkle. I do lean over RAs over it, but, I mean, I think if you're going to do that, you can run them, but sprinkle the triple-double as well. Correct me if I'm wrong. We got to go watch some film. Watch. Let's go back to the 5th. I think the Bucks played on the 5th. Bucks didn't play on the 5th. Okay, the Bucks are super rested. NBA have already bought. Why am I getting promos to buy this shit when I already bought this shit? Let's go see how they played quickly in these pick and rolls. I want to say that especially Miles Turner plays a big
90% of his shots quick in the denial.
More worried about the defense. I don't care about the offense right now. This is the game where we played quickly. He's under 16.5, I believe, and he finished with 15. Fourth quarter turned into a blowout. Okay, so that move is actually – you can read a lot from it, though. Turner is still playing that massive help, and not that Podol can shoot, but imagine this exact play, and it's Vucevic as the 5. There's that easy 3. Not getting a lot of pick and roll actions with quickly. We got to help. Okay, just a quick jumper. Toronto might not have been the right team to try. We might have to go look at another one. I need to see verse pick and roll ball handlers. And I'm working on something soon where I will see which players score how much from which. See, even Kuzma's playing that weak-ass help / drop. Here we go. Look at that drop, bro. Yeah. Y'all see where they played that pick and roll help from. Not a lot of pick and roll options here, but that's how they play the help. No one cares about some fast break shit. Again, no one cares about that. I'm trying to see pick and roll. No one cares. No one cares. There we go. Pick and roll. Bobby. I mean, just terrible pick and roll defense. All right, cool. I've seen enough. What just happened? Oh, it's because I was sharing that screen. Got you. All right, here we go. That's the right screen. Maybe versus the Knicks would be a better idea of how he's playing versus shooting big. Yeah, versus Towns, but I think I just saw everything I needed to know. I like Ryan Rollins threes. Yes, I do. -114. With that big drop, all we need him to do is be aggressive, man. I think with season high, what did I just see? 7 attempts. Man, if we can get 6 or 7, kids are going to be doing the thing now. But if we can get 7 attempts or something like in that nature, I would love 2+ threes. Would absolutely love the 2+ threes. This is a very strong lean for me, and it really reinforces how I feel about Vucevic's threes as well. Giannis, again, I think just the triple-double. Matas Buzelis has been very questionable this year. He's had some great games. He looked amazing in the preseason. I think Josh Giddey has just looked so good. It's taken a lot of the attention off Buzeli. Still a good young player, but nothing I don't think to write home about just yet. Why do you think it wouldn't be a good matchup? Because they're third and above the break, but they're terrible versus spot up. That's a very interesting one. I like 3 different threes in this game. I do. I like AJ Green's threes. I do. Because a lot of his threes are coming off a spot up. Honestly, I don't even understand why they're good from above the break. Let's go look at who they've played and see if we can reverse engineer that a little bit. Detroit really struggling with shooting. Not so much. Not so much. All right, those first 4 games are just teams that have struggled to shoot the ball this year. I think maybe that's playing into part of it. And I know I'm on Vooch. I had to go back to look at Chicago's schedule. That's why I clicked on Vooch. Edgecombe 2, Bridges 2, Shamet 3, Clarkson 3, Bridges 4, Nall 4, bum-ass Duncan Robinson 0. Yes, I'm a hater. Average line for a shooting guard is slightly going over. Hit rate not crazy for the season. Same could be said. Man, I wouldn't talk you off of it. I wouldn't talk you off of AJ Green's threes. What was his? He's been super efficient, dog. He's shooting 55% for the year. I know he doesn't take a lot of bad shots, but that's what worries me. I mean, 3 for 4, super efficient. They're terrible versus spot up. I couldn't talk you off of it. I'm gonna move on from this game, but I couldn't talk you off of that one. Dallas, Memphis. Dallas is really banged up. What's the spread in this game? Memphis is a 4-point favorite. Oh, wow. This line moved. I thought I was going to be kind of solo dolo on this, but I mean, I guess it makes sense, right? The interiors really hurt. No Davis, no Gafford, no Lively. I think Gafford's back on a minutes limit, but yeah, no Davis, no Lively. Get right spot for Ja. I really like this at 22.5, 23.5, probably less interested. But yeah, I did like this at 22.5. With multiple bigs out, I like Flags rebounds. I played it at 6.5, but it may still be solid at 7.5 plus money. You got a good number, John. Probably would have had some more interest at 6.5 than I do at 7.5. Storch, this line probably moved as well. I probably liked it better at 27.5 than 28.5. Let me pull my projections up. 25.22 on the PRA, so I can't get there. Rebounds, John, I'm at 6.64, but I do agree with the bigs being out, probably a little bit of a bump there. So I'm not betting Cooper Flag, but it's an all right read. I understand the read. I'd probably run Jaren Jackson Jr.'s unders if they weren't so depleted. D'Lo's minutes been all over the place. He should run 30 tonight, but I won't bank on it. Any other requests in the Memphis game? Not going to be anything else from me. Any other requests here? I'll give y'all about 30 seconds here. Give y'all a couple of seconds. Let me know if you got anything, and if not, we will move. We are an hour and 45 deep, 11 game NBA slate, large slate. So I appreciate y'all that have been tapped in, even if you come back to the end for the recap. I appreciate it. All right, we got OKC versus Sacramento. I do believe they've played once already this season. Shea had 31. Sabonis game time decision. Lou Dort game time decision. Looks like Levine should be back. If Sabonis is a true questionable, that makes it a little hard to attack. I think we have to prepare for the probability that this number is way too low for Westbrook. OKC's playing Sac. Who's Golden State play tonight? Because I have Golden State playing Sacramento too. They're playing Denver. All right, I'll have to fix that in my projections. That's an issue. Yeah, we have to just 28-7-6. I can play an over 25.5. One second here. Let me just pull up my data. Looking like an over on the Westbrook PRAs, though. Looking like an over on the Westbrook PRAs. $24.5, 126 at DK looks to be the best price. You can get a minus 111 on the 25 plus. Let me see. Let me go do something real quick. NBA. Sacramento and the Thunder. Player combos. $25.5 there. One more spot to check. Maryland. Log in. Reject all. NBA. Show more. Sacramento versus the Thunder. Specials. Minus 127. No, I'd rather play it at DraftKings. Chet's point says storage. He's been back for a few games now. He did miss the if Sabonis doesn't go, I like it. I'd wait on Sabonis with that news. I think I like Westbrook. I'm gonna go play it at DK. DK over 24.5 minus 126. If you're FanDuel dependent, just wait. I wouldn't even play the 25.5. The alt number will come out soon, and it'll be like minus 120. Cool. I do like Westbrook there. I do think Zach LaVine's points straight are worth a look. So for Shea, I come in at 33 points. I want to play this over. Like, got the support. He only quote unquote only had 31 in the last one, maybe 30 plus as a lay piece. I know we got a lot of people that like to run the lays. I like the 30 plus at 185. I'm projected at 34 basically, or no, 33.1, 7 assists. So I think I lean over there too. That one's not as strong, but I do lean over there. I'm gonna leave Shea's points and assists as a lean, but nothing official. DeMar, we'll get a bump here if you get Sabonis out, but otherwise 18 plus at DraftKings, that's been money. He's another one of those players, like the floor is a lot higher than the ceiling is low, if that makes sense. I don't see him going 30 plus a lot, but 18 plus is like a given every day. Levine, honestly, this 22.5, I would lean over. He had 23 in the last one. Cash this line in every game but Denver. Lean over here. Lean over here. Not official, but I do lean over OKC. Let's get into the Golden State game, and then we'll call it because we've been here for 2 hours. Denver's a 10-point favorite. Steph is out. Jimmy is questionable. Jimmy's questionable. Steph is out. Draymond's questionable. Jokic, everything. 10-point spread, though. Jamal should have a good game. Did these teams play each other? Yeah, opening night. Jamal had 25. Jokic had 21, 13, and 10. He had that triple-double. I think he's had it in all but one or two. All but two. You're getting that at plus money. That might be a good look. But this game, with the spread being as big as it is, probably going to be nothing for me in it. I'll give you all a minute or two for any requests you want me to go through, and if not, we'll get out of here. Massive slate, 2 hours. I'm under 2 hours. So, man, I do appreciate y'all to have been tapped in. Hopefully this is good NBA content. I think that's my other driving force behind this. I just want some good NBA content, and a lot of it's trash. Now, there are some creators out here on X that I do watch their shit. A lot of it's more short form, but I do appreciate anyone putting out good content. Brown's points, huh? Christian Braun under points. 13.5 is the line. He had 6 versus Golden State last game. Split in the 10-plus wins. Wins of 10 or more, and that was static with last season. What's my model say? Oh, I have this backwards. I have Sacramento in there twice. Well, it's an easy fix. Let me just. Okay, Jamal Murray, Christian, Braun, Cam, Marin Johnson, Aaron Gordon, Jokic. So Christian Braun, 12.96, bro. I lean under, but not enough for me. I lean under there, but not enough officially for me. Aaron Gordon's threes. Okay, let me go see what my model's at first. That's an interesting one as well. Aaron Gordon threes. 19 points. I'm high on his points. 1.51 threes made. So I'd probably need to be at plus money to entertain it. Lean over his points, though. Lean over his points slightly. Threes, I'm right with market. I wouldn't lean over or under. I'm right with market on AG's threes. Any other requests? Get them in. If not, we'll get out of here. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 plays today. 8 plays today. So it's a large slate. 8-0 would be cool. All right, doesn't look like any other requests. Let me recap real quick, and we'll get out of here. To one unit, Donovan Mitchell, over 3.5 3-pointers made. All of these are to win 1 unit. Harrison Barnes, under 5.5 rebounds and assists. In SGP, Paolo, 20-plus points, 8-plus boards. Derek White, under 26.5 PRAs. Desmond Bane, under 24.5 PRAs. Kevin Durant, under 34.5 PRAs. Con Kneppel, 3+ threes made. Russell Westbrook, over 24.5 PRAs. That's all I got for today. Today's Friday. I will be back tomorrow. Best of luck tonight. I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Until then, man, let's go.